I'm about to set up my ofrenda and I wanted to show y'all what I have for it. This is my second year setting up an ofrenda for Dia de los Muertos, and I am hoping that I have some pets that will stop by tonight since it is October 27th, Pet Day. Last year when I set up my very first one, I did a lot of reading about Dia de los Muertos, which is a Mexican holiday. Although my mom, I've mentioned this, my mom is from Argentina. This is a Mexican tradition, and I did a lot of reading about it before setting up an ofrenda last year, and oh goodness, I think Ellie has a schneevel stuck in the snorkel pipe. Yeah, did you have a schneevel in your snorkel pipe? Anyway, I read a lot about it to make sure that it was going to be culturally appropriate for me to set one up, and everything that I read said that yes, it would be okay, especially since I have some pets who have crossed over, and I'm hoping they will come and visit my ofrenda. I'll post a video of putting it all together, but that is actually the first thing I want to show you guys are the pictures that I have for my ofrenda. First, this is one of my very, very favorite pictures of our sweet, sweet Boston, and butterflies are also a very significant element of the ofrenda, so I got this frame for him last year. This was very early on after moving into the house with the chicken coop, but between finding Coop and Roof and finding CJ and Sadie, there were actually two other kittens. The kitten that my neighbor's dogs chased up a tree, who my best friend's sister adopted, that's Venus, and then there was the kitten that did not make it. So I have a picture here to honor that kitten. I don't have any pictures of that kitten, but I have this picture to honor them. I have a picture of Sweet Sitgo, who was a foster with the group I foster with. Although he was not my foster, he was not in my house. He was having some medical issues, and you guys actually fundraised all the money for his surgery. And we gave him the best fighting chance as a community, but he unfortunately did not make it out of that surgery. So I have this picture to honor him. I have this picture of my dear, dear friend, Chris, who passed in 2020. And this is just one of my very, very favorite pictures of him. He looks so handsome in this picture. So this sits in my house year round, but I'm going to put it on the ofrenda for Dia de los Muertos. If you've been in the lives where I've talked about Chris, I actually did finally go visit his grave. It took me over 5 years to work up the courage to go visit his grave after his funeral service, and I was finally able to go, and I got to go and clean it and take him some things that I've been collecting and just have a moment with my friend, and I hope he comes to visit me. We have two new pictures to add to the ofrenda this year. We have Joey, who we lost to fading kitten syndrome a few weeks after the Friends foster kittens came to my house. And I also have a few things of his that I'm going to add to. The last picture that we have to add to our ofrenda this year is actually Princess. And Princess is the feral foster kittens, Hissy, Spitty, and Poopy, or Teen Tommy and Rio's mom. This is her, and if you did not see, she's feral. She was very, very feral. My parents actually TNR'd her when they TNR'd the kittens, and instead of releasing the kittens, they came to me, and that's when a lot of you met them, but they actually TNR'd both of the feral foster kittens' parents. The dad kind of took off after that, but Princess, as my parents were calling her, the mom, stuck around and was very slowly kind of gaining trust in my parents, and she was coming around for food, and although we knew she would never be an inside cat, she was sticking around, and my parents were taking care of her and feeding her outside of their house. But she was involved in an accident. She is no longer with us on this side, and my parents are pretty heartbroken. I mean, she was never going to be a lovey-dovey inside cat, but she held a very special place in all of our hearts, especially my mom's, and my mom is pretty heartbroken over the loss of Princess. But I wanted to honor her and her life on our ofrenda. I have a few other things to honor the people and pets that I'm putting on our ofrenda. First, I have Joey's blanket, and I want to put that on there for him. Well, I actually don't have it here with me, but I'm gonna put a picture of my abuela, my mom's mom, on my ofrenda, and I don't have a lot of things that were hers, but I do have these, which are hand embroidered handkerchiefs that she made. She made a lot of really beautiful things. I thought I would put some of her handkerchiefs that she made with her hands on my ofrenda. This is my Boston box, and in here I have some very, very special things of his. I'm going to put his blanket on the ofrenda. I also have this bottle for Boston with some formula in it, just some powder, but that boy sure loved a bottle. If y'all remember, he used to sing quite loudly for his snacks. Aside from pictures and sentimental things, some other important elements of the ofrenda are salt. I'll take the lid off of this. I just keep it on here while I'm getting set up because I do have a lot of cats in the house. Bread and water. Candles are also an important part of the ofrenda, and since mine will be set up for quite a while and I do have pets in the house, I have flameless candles. Last year, several people told me that was okay, and I actually did put my salt, water, and bread on my ofrenda with the lids on. There were some people who were very, very kind in telling me the significance of having it open, so this year I'll be putting them on my ofrenda without the lids. I have this banner that I got this year, and it has sugar skulls on it. I also have this banner that has sugar skulls on it, and I have my little figure that is actually a cat sugar skull. Lastly, I also have butterflies and marigolds. I've actually been growing my own marigolds for my ofrenda this year, but I also have paper ones that are, again, pet safe. And I have these little butterflies. I also have some of these butterflies. That's everything I have for my ofrenda, and before I go and get it set up, I just want to close by saying this is such a beautiful tradition from an incredibly beautiful culture. Mexican culture is so rich, and even though my Hispanic heritage is not from Mexico, I think it is so beautiful that I'm able to find comfort and peace and some healing in this culture, and that there were so many welcoming, positive comments last year from people who are Mexican saying that this is a beautiful tradition that they love to share with everybody. I'm gonna go and get everything set up, and I hope our sweet pets maybe make a little stop by tonight for Pet Day.